told you that it started the first night. That's a lie. It started when Courtney first started talking about you. When I became intrigued about the redheaded cousin she owned. It started when I first saw you and you assumed I was a princess. It didn't just start. It was multiple events put into a snowball rolling us into that first night. Between all of the conversations about you and the assumptions you've made of me, between seeing you at your house and you offering me a Coke to that first night yet again. It started with the stories between Courtney and her friends of you chucking apples and being known as the apple chucker. And it all led to the first night. From seeing you in the hallway right before jazz band, and turning away and still wanting to see you more, but not having the guts to, being too shy for one time in my life, and realizing that it was because I liked you. Even with another boyfriend, I still had a crush on you, and it wasn't just a little schoolgirl crush. I was infatuated. I wanted to know you. And not just know you. I wanted to know more of you than anybody else ever had. The first night we started speaking, we talked and listened to music. You lied in my lap, and I cuddled up to you. The next day, I fell asleep on you, and I have insomnia, and I also have trust issues, so that doesn't usually happen for me. I ate some cereal, and I blamed your cousin for drugging it, and really, I just knew I was comfortable with you. After having spent that whole night talking with you, asking you questions about things that I wasn't even sure meant anything to you until after you had answered them. 1 second. I was just looking at your face as my screensaver came on, because I'm videotaping this on a laptop. You mean everything to me right now. It didn't just start, as I said. It did snowball. The first night wasn't the beginning. The beginning is when your name first came into my head. The beginning was when we were born. We walked 2 different ways so that our souls could someday meet up and become one again. And I could tell you my stories and you could tell me yours. So that we could grow together after having grown apart, after having grown at all, and being able to teach each other things. It started at both of our beginnings, which were once one. After the first night came the second, and our first kiss, at 3-something in the morning, as you told me, and I couldn't even have been bothered to look at the clock, for time was not a thing in my mind. You were the only thing in my mind. I was terrified of you kissing me, yet I wanted it to happen so badly. You kissed my face, and I felt beautiful. I felt lovely. I felt loved. I felt like I had the world in my hands, the world touching my face, the heavens about to touch my own lips. And as you kissed me, I knew I had it all. The heavens really were touching my lips. I knew that the world had a bright side, and I knew that things could get better. 2 days later, you asked me out. Not just asked me out, as you've corrected me before. You asked me to be your girlfriend. On the trampoline after you saw my scars underneath my bracelets, and I told you it was nothing. And I told you were imagining everything, and I told you were crazy. You asked me if I wanted to be your girlfriend, and I couldn't even speak. I was so happy. I nodded and smiled, and I cuddled closer to you because that was all I knew what to do. I was so happy. You had made my day, and your face is on my screen again, and I love it. Seeing you makes me feel better. Hearing your voice gives me strength like I didn't know I had. Last winter was a horrible time for me. It was wretched. We didn't ever get to speak because my father was an absolute ignorant asshole. And Amber didn't help. Told them I was going to love you forever. Told them that no matter what they said or did, that I would always love you. Told my father we were dating. Even after he told me he didn't want us to. I wrote him letters, and then after that he didn't want me to write him letters. I went through the drama of Amber saying that I should have written her at least something for an apology, and now, after living there for 3 years, I apologize for everything, even though I apologized before. They just taught it to me again. And so now I'm trying to get out of that habit so that you can feel better and I don't apologize to you all the time and it doesn't aggravate you. This summer was an amazing time for me. I got to be with you so much. We slept in each other's arms for the first time. Not just on a love seat, falling asleep because we had kept each other up for so long, but I got to lie in your arms and feel you surround me and comfort me and allow me to sleep with a peace in my mind, without having to worry about anybody coming into my room or anything happening while I was asleep. I got to be with you, got to love you, and I still get to love you. This summer was us getting to know each other even better, and we did. We got even closer, and now I call you every day on the phone because I'm half a state away, but that won't even keep us apart. I saw you 4 days ago, and I miss you like I would miss my left foot. And I'm a righty, and that doesn't even mean anything. I wouldn't be able to walk. You're more important than my right arm. The whole thing. I've fallen in love with you. I don't know what I would do without you. Looking towards the future without you is like looking at a train head on as it's coming at me 50 miles an hour or 150, whatever the actual speed is for a train, because I have no idea. Your face is so amazing, I swear. My soul is your soul, and we share half and half. We have a future together, and I believe in it. I believe in it more than I believe in myself. I know that's not saying much, but I want to have a future with you. I would not mind having a tan line around this finger without this right here. I would not mind the two words I and do put together someday when we have the chance. I would not mind taking care of children that run around, that have your eyes and my smile, that are redheads and we can tell them that they're gingers and tell them all the jokes that you and I have made. I would not mind telling everyone of how we met, of how much I love you, of how amazing a human being you are to me, how kind I have from you, that all of the kindness you've given me. I would absolutely love to give you my vows, to tell you that I am yours forever, and have it written down so that everybody else can see. I would absolutely love to one day have a plaque in our kitchen congratulating us from the government. I am going to love to be yours forever. I love you, and only you, now and forever, Beta. It's more than the sun and moon, stars, and back again. It's more than infinity could ever imagine for being a number. And that's how it's always going to be. From me to you, and you to me. I love you.